Hundreds of people turned out Tuesday for the funeral of former Ukrainian parliament speaker and prominent pro-Western politician Andriy Parubiy, who was gunned down in the street last weekend. According to Associated Press, crowds gathered in sweltering heat outside St. George's Cathedral in Lviv, a city some 500 kilometers west of the Ukrainian capital Kiev, where Parubiy was fatally shot on Saturday. Parubiy's coffin was carried in a procession to Lviv Central Square for a ceremony before he was buried at Lychakiv Cemetery, the resting place of many of the city's most renowned figures. Parubiy, 54, was a lawmaker from the Lviv region who participated in Ukraine's Orange Revolution in 2004. He also led self-defense volunteer units during the Maidan protests of 2014, which forced pro-Russian President Viktor Yanukovych from office. He was the parliamentary speaker from 2016 to 2019. Investigators are seeking to establish a motive for the killing and are not ruling out Russian involvement, according to Andriy Parubiy, the deputy head of the National Police and chief of the Criminal Police. Interior Minister Ihor Klimenko said Monday the killing of Parubiy was not a random act but a carefully prepared operation. Police on Sunday detained a suspect in Ukraine's Khmelnytsky region, more than 100 kilometers, 60 miles, away. The Lviv Regional Prosecutor's Office said Tuesday a court had ordered the suspect, identified only as a 52-year-old Lviv resident, be held for 60 days without bail while the investigation proceeds. Senior government and regional figures attended the funeral. Parubiy is survived by his wife Uliana and daughter Ukraina.
Він встиг зробити найголовніше. Я вірю, для мене він зшив державу в дуже скрутний час. Він був одним з тих, що склеювали. І він встиг передати свій вогонь. І замість того, щоб вбити, Росія навпаки цей вогонь, я вірю, що розпалює у сотнях тисяч, мільйонах.
Бо я шукаю не моє.
Однозначно це рука Москви. Москва завжди так знищувала українських побратимів. Приспати, дати якийсь час, щоб людина, скажімо, відійшла від справ, щоб людина заспокоїла, щоб людина втратила пильність. І тоді цинічно, підло, жорстоко і найголовніше демонстративно. Те, що ми бачили, це демонстрація, це показник того, що руки Москви довгі і вони будуть дотягуватися до того, до кого потрібно. Тому які б не були результати розслідування, я впевнений, що це рука Москви.
On August 19th, there was a shootout between Russians in the Kherson region. As a result, more than 20 people were killed and there are also wounded. The partisan movement Atesh said in a statement. According to the publication, the events took place on the left bank of the Kherson region. The armed conflict arose between units of the 127th Reconnaissance Brigade and the 24th Motorized Rifle Regiment. It all started when servicemen from the 24th Regiment opened fire on the positions of the 127th Brigade. They, in turn, mistook them for a Ukrainian sabotage and assault group and raised the reserve unit on alert. As a result, a chaotic firefight broke out, the statement said. As a result of the clash, 21 occupiers were eliminated, 17 were injured. In addition, after the incident, checks began in the units, control and interrogation of personnel were strengthened. The atmosphere within the occupation units has become even more tense, mistrust is growing, soldiers suspect each other of provocations, and commanders fear new conflicts, Atesh summed up. Let us recall that this is not the first time that there has been a shootout between them. For example, in July 2022, in the occupied Tokmak of the Zaporizhia region, a conflict occurred between Russians that escalated into a shootout. As a result, 4 people were killed and about 10 more were injured. Near the settlement of Tokmak, which was immediately occupied by an enemy, a verbal conflict broke out between the military servicemen of Russia, which turned into a conflict, as a result of which 4 died and about 10 occupiers were wounded, media reported then. Stormtroopers of the separate regiment, Skala, liberated the village of Yudaknoy in the Donetsk region, the press service of the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine reported. In direct contact and with the support of weapons, all enemy strongholds were destroyed. Over the course of 2 weeks, assault groups gradually cleared house after house and raised the Ukrainian flag over the village, the General Staff reported on Telegram. They also published a video of the raising of the flag over the village, as well as footage of the destruction of a Russian position with a grenade launcher. The settlement of Yudaknoy is located southwest of Pokrovsk, near the administrative border of Donetsk and Dnipropetrovsk regions. The day before, the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine also reported that Ukraine had liberated the village of Novoekonomikno in the Pokrovsky district of the Donetsk region. The fighters of the assault regiment, Skala, managed to liberate the settlement. Also the day before, the deputy commander of the 1st Corps of the National Guard of Ukraine, Azov, Svyatoslav Kalina Palomar reported that the Azov fighters managed to improve the defense of the front in the Pokrovsk direction and now the situation there is better than it was a month ago.